So, so anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys about variety streaming and the possibility of me doing it. A lot of people have been asking me about this, especially in the past 2 to 3 months, and I figured I'd make a video about it and just kind of share basically everything that I have to say about it. My thoughts, my concerns, my worries, my hopes, everything else in between. Pretty much what I have to say regarding variety streaming on my channel. And before I really get into any of that, I kind of want to define what variety streaming is, just so you guys know what I'm talking about. What I mean whenever I say variety streaming is simply playing games besides World of Warcraft. For me, I basically only play WoW. It's been my main game for over a decade now. And it would be a pretty big deal for me to switch and play other games, and basically it would just be me playing other games besides World of Warcraft on stream. It's not really that complicated. Now, a lot of people handle variety streaming differently. Some people play all the new releases plus meme games, like Getting Over It or what are some other meme games? Getting Over It is probably the one that I would say would be like one of the main meme games that are going on right now. But you've also had things where it's like, I think like Golf It is another one of those meme games, and games that are kind of like small and like funny and interactive with the audience, but they aren't necessarily like AAA releases like Legend of Zelda or like WoW or like Dark Souls or something like that. Just kind of funny games that it's enjoyable for the audience to watch somebody play. You also have other people who kind of play a potpourri of games that are within some different overall genre, right? So, as an example, Shroud plays a lot of FPS games. Does he play other games besides FPS? Every once in a while, but the majority of the games, the overwhelming majority of the games that he does play, are all FPS games. And so, where do I really fit in? How do I really define variety streaming? For me personally, the reason that I've played WoW for better part, not the better part of a decade, more than a decade now, is because I like the game a lot, and I think a lot of other games suck. That's basically it. Generally, I don't. I want to be able to play a game where I feel like I'm not wasting my time, right? If I ever think that, oh, I'm wasting my time playing a game, I just stop right there. It doesn't matter if I'm in the middle of a quest or whatever it is, I just stop right there and I quit, and I probably never pick it back up again. And for me personally, there are a number of games that I have wanted to try, and also there are a number of there are a number of goals that I have, right? And one of my goals is to enjoy myself while I'm streaming, and another one of my goals is to succeed as much as I can in streaming. And I feel like playing only World of Warcraft has helped my channel a lot in a lot of regards, but I also feel like there's a glass ceiling that exists there because World of Warcraft is only appealing to a certain amount of people. If I stream other games and it attracts a larger audience of people, it could potentially bring more people into my channel and increase my overall channel views, have more people just engage with the channel, following the channel, etc., right? So it has the potential to grow my channel because I'm going to be tapping audiences that I'm currently not really interacting with. It's kind of simple, right? But there are concerns. It also can have the opposite effect. I have done variety streaming before, and usually whenever you do it, because I mean, people generally follow my stream for World of Warcraft. So if people are only interested in World of Warcraft, and I go and I play PUBG or something like that, they're no longer interested in the content that I have to offer, and so they would stop watching the stream unless like they just like watching me for me. And there are a lot of people that are like that. Thank you, but for everybody else, they might just go and watch another WoW stream, or they might just go and play the game themselves, or do whatever else. And the end result is that I would lose a lot of viewers whenever I would switch over and I would play those games. And I'm not a person that lives in denial. I'm not a person that likes to take the high road. I have no problem taking the low road. I care about my viewers. I do. I care about getting as many viewers as I can. I care about engaging a lot of people because it helps me define and judge the success of my content, and it's a way that I measure the success of my stream, and I care about that. So if I see that I'm switching games and I'm losing a huge amount of my viewership, it's going to encourage me to not do that. So it's a weird situation that I'm in where I have to either take the plunge and go right into the deep end and start playing variety games, and then potentially lose a good number of viewers and hopefully gain them back by tapping those other audiences and have a long-term game. And the problem with that is that you don't really know if that's going to happen. There are a lot of people that have tried to do this and they've failed. Am I going to do it and succeed? Well, I would fucking hope so. But there's no real way to know that. And that's why I am concerned, and that's why I've been apprehensive to do it so far. I don't really think it would kill my channel. I mean, that's kind of a very strong term, and it depends on how you define kill. But I do think it would drastically diminish my channel, at least in the short term. And the big question that I have is this worth doing? And if I had a guarantee, I wrote a contract with God, and God said, you know what, man? You just sit there at 2K viewers for 6 months, and on the 7th month, you're going to go up to 15K, 20K, and people are going to watch you do whatever. I'll be like, all right, God, sign my life away. But, he hasn't been calling me too much recently, so I've got to make all these decisions myself. And I don't really know, what the right path is to take, and that's one of the other reasons that I'm making this video, is I want to tap my audience, and I want to ask you guys, basically, what the fuck should I do? I mean, should I just stream WoW forever? I mean, should I do... And also I have other plans like doing IRL content too, which I don't really feel like is as antithetical to streaming WoW content or other games, right? Because it's kind of a secondary type of content that engages people that like you rather than engages people that like another game. So in general, I am probably going to do IRL content in the future, but that's something that I might also just do on other people's channel, like Tyler's channel or Mitch's channel or something like that. So it's not really something that would directly interfere with what I do on my channel. And another concern that I have, besides the viewership issue, is caring. There's a reason why I've played WoW for 11 years, over a decade. It's because I don't really give a fuck about a lot of other games, right? I'll give you guys a list of games that I played besides WoW. Diablo 3, Path of Exile, PUBG, Fortnite, okay. So that's it. I mean, I've played Overwatch, right? I've played Overwatch enough to be a Bastion main. I suck. So there's a lot of games like that I played maybe for an hour or two that I just haven't really enjoyed. I really enjoy Diablo 3. I did. I'm sure there are dozens of other people that currently feel that way. I enjoy Path of Exile to an extent. I enjoy PUBG to the extent that I'm not getting shot through a wall by a Chinese hacker. I enjoy a lot of other games, but that list is not as long as it is for other people. However, there are games that I have been interested in trying and playing, and I could also open up a new area of content that I could do, which would be game reviews, right? I could play the game on stream, and then I could review the game on my YouTube channel or something like that. Some of the games that I've been thinking about playing, this is where you guys come in, what games you guys would want to see me play. Number one, I think is Dark Souls, right? If I'm going to play any game as what is it, a variety game, I think Dark Souls is a very good first choice because I believe that there's a lot of overlap between the Dark Souls audience and the WoW audience, so it would engage a lot of people. They are not really the same genre, but they're the same theme. They're both kind of fantasy themed, and they kind of have some of the same concepts going on in regards to dragons and swords and shit like that, right? So I feel like there's a lot of people that play WoW that have also played Dark Souls, and so it would be an easy transition. Other games besides that, I really want to play Legend of Zelda. I would also, in a way, I'd really like to play some retro games too. I could maybe bring over, some of my friends. We could play Secret of Mana, right? That game was a real cock back in the day. I could never figure it out because I was 11 years old. Actually, no, I was 7. I didn't know anything about that game. But anyway, that would be one game, Super Mario World, and then, of course, there's a whole world of Super Mario Maker. I love Super Mario Maker. I actually watched Triex's stream, and I saw him playing Super Mario Maker, and I was like, this is what I've been waiting for 20 years, right? I mean, I grew up playing Super Mario World, so I saw that, and I went right down to Walmart, and I bought the Super Mario Maker version of the Wii U, right? It came with the game and everything. I bought a deluxe controller, and I played the shit out of that game, and I loved it. I do not regret my purchase at all. So Super Mario Maker would be another one, is like kind of more of a fun game. You know, I have like some of those meme games. I don't really care about that kind of stuff, but I think it would be funny as like kind of a 1 or 2 hour segment. Also on top of that, I'd like to play the new Legend of Zelda game. I'd like to play Mario Odyssey. I'd like to play Yoshi's Woolly World. I'm a Nintendo nerd. I mean, I'll be honest, I really do love Nintendo and some of the old games and all. It's what I grew up playing, so it's what I really enjoy. And also, I really enjoy PUBG. Fortnite, I mean, like, guys, I don't know, I just feel like Fortnite's like PUBG for kids, you know? It's like, Mom, you know, we let me get PUBG, and she's like, well, no, they have blood in it. It's like, okay, Mom, I guess I can just get Fortnite. You know, you got all the 12-year-olds playing Fortnite, but, you know, at least there's somebody actually playing instead of a robot, like there is in PUBG. So, I'm a little bit frustrated about that, but you know, it's those two games. I do vastly prefer PUBG though. It's just what I like, and that's another game that I would maybe play on stream, especially with friends. I especially like playing these games with friends. Doing it by myself is enjoyable, but doing it with friends is something that I can do all day and not even get bored. Let me think, like, what other games are there that I like? I mean, Path of Exile, maybe whenever new season comes out, that would be interesting to do and play and kind of learn. Path of Exile is one of those games that, you know, like you say, like some games are like beginner friendly. I'm pretty sure Path of Exile is expert friendly. Like, it seems like there's so much to know about that game that like anybody that makes content, like there's just like a bunch of overlapping circles. Like nobody just knows everything about Path of Exile, and I think that's incredible in a way. But it's also extremely daunting for somebody as like a new player, right? And also, like, you know, what kind of value add can I have to streaming Path of Exile that somebody else that knows the game better can't already do themselves? So it would be an interesting way for me to play, but it's very hard for me to know that, you know, this is something that I should do, and there's just a lot to it, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't really think that makes sense to you guys. I do apologize. What I'm really trying to say is, like, I don't really know a lot about the game, and for other people that do, why wouldn't they just watch somebody that knows a lot more about the game? And so I'd be focusing on kind of like drawing entertainment to the game, and you know, it's very hard for me to really know like kind of where to draw that line. There are also a number of like story games. The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 is like kind of an older game, but it's a game that I really I like the aesthetic of Witcher 3 a lot, and I've never had the chance to play it, and playing it on stream would be really cool. So these are some of the games that I've thought about playing, and as a general rule, I really like fantasy games. I'm much more into wizards and spells than I am like spaceships and lasers. You know, I'm more of a Lord of the Rings guy than a Star Wars guy. I don't give a fuck about sci-fi stuff like Wildstar, Star Wars, Star Trek. Give me a fucking break. You know, like I don't know, I'm into dragons and swords and fireballs, okay? Like, that's what I've always been about. So those are the types of games that I like. Some shooter games are okay. It just kind of depends on how popular they are and how much I want to get good at them. Anyway, those are really my main concerns, right? Is that doing something that I enjoy doing. I don't want to be in a position where I have to play games that I don't like, and I also don't want to have to be in a position where I'm losing a lot of viewers because I'm not doing what my current viewership wants. So basically, my question to you guys, and my question to everybody that's watching this video, and I'd appreciate if you answered it, is what the fuck should I do? Should I just stream WoW and just say fuck it, I just stream WoW and that's fine? Or should I go and try to make other videos, or, you know, other streams, and, you know, stream other games? Like, how do you guys want to see me move forward? I stream like fuck, man. I mean, I stream for you guys. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't click the button. You know, I mean, I'd just sit there. You know, I wouldn't even be thinking. So it's about you guys, and I want to know what I can do to make you guys happy. Basically, that's my goal. Let me know what I can do. But anyway, those are my thoughts, that's my concerns, those are my ideas of games, and I'd like to hear yours. That's pretty much all I got. Peace.